Welcome back to the Rouges Yanks. Bienvenue à la Rouges Yanks, where we talk everything Canada soccer and U.S. soccer. And tonight we are most likely talking about a historic day that's going to happen tomorrow, with for sure either Canada or the USA. One of these teams have to qualify, maybe both, but I am 100% certain that somebody will make history tomorrow, or if not make history, they'll return to the World Cup for sure. Especially for Canada, I see no way for them watching this, or even the U.S. All they got to do is win. But then again, these games are tough. Nothing is guaranteed, and you've got to play your heart out. Which I'm going to read a couple quotes from John Herdman to the Canadian national team. So, what we're going to do today, we're going to be talking about potentially ways that you can clinch tomorrow if you're both Canada or the USMNT, as well as a couple statements from Canada Soccer from John Herdman. But before we do all that, most importantly, we need to talk about especially for Canada Soccer, and this kind of applies for the U.S. Soccer as well too. Although they haven't sent out a statement, but sometimes we just need a reminder that racism isn't good, guys. And tweeting, I know a lot of players on social media, they've been coming out about facing a lot of backlash and just harmful tweets towards them, and even life-threatening tweets, and that's never okay, guys. That's a no-no. But I just want to make a friendly reminder and share a Canada post that came out right after the Costa Rica game. Particularly, there was directed a couple racist comments and just derogatory comments that were directed towards Canadian player Marc-Anthony Kaye after his red card. Sure, was it a dumb decision for him to get a red card? Yes, it was. But should he be harassed and just all that for it? No. Keep in mind, Canada. Yes, Canada lost, but at the same time, Canada is still in an excellent position to punch their ticket tomorrow for Qatar. And racism on any form, shape, or kind on social media or anywhere is never okay. And there's no room for racism. And we're gonna open this with reading a couple of posts, and I think I'm gonna post one in English and French, and so that way you guys can read along. I think I might, if I can, I might stack them on this side. However, if they can fit, but if not, they'll be on both sides of the screen. You guys will be able to read along, but I'm gonna read this one in English. Canada Soccer strongly condemns all forms of discrimination and is appalled by the online racism that has been aimed at a member of our squad on social media. Marc-Anthony Kaye has been, that's what rumor says it is, but disgusting. Such vile and disgusting behavior is unacceptable. Full stop. We will do everything we can to support our players, who have given everything to represent our country honorably, while urging the toughest punishments possible for anyone responsible. And yeah, it's never okay to make those kind of comments. So I don't think so if you are, please stop. And this is never okay, and it's just sad, and it's uncalled for too. But after the loss, before we read Canada's clinching scenario, let's go ahead and go right to John Herdman's statements. And he said after the loss, after Costa Rica, he said, "We'll get back to Canada. We have to regroup. We'll have 30,000 people egging us on. I'll be there on us tomorrow with this talent and the passion and the desire after this match. Yes, we'll be ready for tomorrow to make history." That's statement number one. Statement number two from John Herdman: we are not there yet. I've got to keep bringing them down to earth every single day, because it's going to take some hard work to get us through this. They know nothing is guaranteed or given. Our fans are going to need every single bit of everything they have in order to give it to us, to egg us on for tomorrow. So those are a couple of strong statements from John Herdman, just reminding these boys, hey, the job's not done yet. You have to play the part, as well as calling the fans. Myself tomorrow, we're going to have to be loud and proud for us going to the stadiums. I know it's going to be a cold day, but we're going to have to give it everything we got. Talking -8 degrees wind chill tomorrow, but we're going to have to give it everything we got in order to make these boys make sure they make history against Jamaica. Because keep in mind, I know if Canada, and we're going to get to this, but no one wants to see Canada lose tomorrow. I'm pretty sure, even if they do lose, if another team loses, then they're still in. But No one wants to celebrate Canada going out on a loss. I particularly don't want to, and I'm pretty sure they'll get the job done, but it's not guaranteed, so they're going to have to play as hard as they can. And now finally we got the clinching scenarios for Canada. So Canada will go through if and only if tomorrow, and they got three options. If A, once again, it's win, or even this time you can draw. Win or draw versus Jamaica, even though I would highly prefer a win. I mean, if you can't win, fine, a draw, you'll still be in. But I think this Canadian team should beat the Jamaican team. Even without Mark Anthony Kaye, I believe that they can still get it done without Davies. There is no excuse why they can't. And you have 30,000 fans tomorrow who will be cheering you on in your home stadium in here in Toronto. And I don't see a way that Canada chokes this. So, in my heart, deep down inside, I believe there will be history made tomorrow with Canada. And then, second option, Canada loses a Costa Rica draw and a loss versus El Salvador. So, if Canada were to lose, if Costa Rica were to fail to beat El Salvador, they would still be in. Or option 3, Canada loses and the U.S. also loses against Panama. So, once again, Panama, as I said, Panama and Costa Rica possibly pulling the strings of both teams here on qualifications. But all Canada has to do, once again, and unlike the USA, I think Canada is going to win or and book your tickets. Win, you're in. But I don't think the USA is quite in this position yet. So Canada has an opportunity here to just slam the door shut and just once again control their own destiny. And I believe they have to be able to do this if they want to really, as I said, it's never a good idea to rely on others. As I said, the USA tried to do it in 2017 against in Kudva, against Trinidad, and we obviously know where that got them. But once again, Canada has one option here. You control your destiny. You win. If you can't do that, you will draw. You will not lose, or if you lose, then once again, you're going to be having the rye on other teams. And we already know how in leg one, or not leg one, but last game against Costa Rica, they lost. And really the only thing that they were hoping for was a Mexico win versus the USA, which that didn't happen. So once again, it's a slightly even easier option. If you can't win, you will draw. If not, then you're going to have to rely on some other teams. But easy enough. Just get the job done tomorrow. Win, and the Rouges will be in. And you will see everybody, including myself, happy tomorrow for celebrating a historic moment in Canadian soccer history. On to the U.S. now. For U.S. M&T clinching scenarios, it looks like there are two possible options. So even less than Canada because they have less points with Mexico. Option 1, you win versus Panama, and Costa Rica gets a draw or a loss to Salvador. So as I said, unlike Canada, it's not winning your go home. So even if the U.S. wins, you have to hope that Costa Rica does not beat El Salvador, which that's going to be a big ask. But we said that for the Honduras game, and look what Honduras was able to do. They were able to tie 1-1 against Panama, and that was huge. So the USA will still, regardless of the result, need some help tomorrow against Costa Rica, against Costa Rica. And looking on for tomorrow, even then, option 2, the worst they can do is draw. And you draw versus Panama, and Costa Rica loses at El Salvador, so they cannot tie if the USA draws. And overall, we see here the USA cannot lose. If they lose, that scenario is killed. So unlike Canada, I was just saying, this scenarios are not guaranteed because, yet again, the USA is relying on other teams. As I said, even if they win against Panama, they have to hope for a Costa Rica, at the worst, a draw or a loss at El Salvador. And only thing is, it's at El Salvador, and it's a tough place to play, but it's Costa Rica. They've just beaten Canada and really fought and clawed their way back in here. So Canada is given from that loss. Canada is still safe. I mean, if anything, this showed me that loss against Costa Rica for Canada. That just basically made everyone else's CONCACAF qualifications a lot harder because now you got Costa Rica and Panama in the mix. So Canada is still all right. However, the USA and Mexico, on the other hand, probably not so much. It might take the very, very last game on the very, very last day, on the 30th, to see them have to punch their own tickets. And as I said, with the draw versus Panama, and at the worst, if the USA cannot beat Panama, let's say they draw, Costa Rica has to lose at El Salvador, which, as I said, things have happened. I mean, no one saw Honduras tying Panama, but Costa Rica losing to El Salvador, that's a tough one. But who knows? Maybe the ball will bounce in the US's favor. But for me, okay, you can at least win if I'm the USMNT. It's in Orlando, your home stadium. So you win, and you just have to hope that even at the worst, Costa Rica just draws, or they just draw versus El Salvador. That's option number one. But as I said, it's not like Canada where there's an easy option where you win or you're winning, you're in. It's unfortunate for the USA, you have to rely on other teams, but you do your part, you win. That's the best you can do, and you just cannot lose. If you lose, that scenario's killed, as they said. So we'll see what happens tomorrow for the USA at 7. So by the time that game's kicking off, I should be arriving back here right in time for kickoff. Depending on when festivities end for Canada, should they not pick the worst case scenario. I think they said they're going to do a player recognition. If anything, I don't think it should take longer than 15 to 20 minutes. If they do qualify, they'll just give a squad recognition. I think they're going to do it anyway if Canada doesn't somehow qualify, given that it's at home. This is the last home game. But I think for sure tomorrow is going to be a day of festivities, despite being a cold, cold day. So I've got my winter gear ready for tomorrow and ready to brave these temperatures. And I don't know if last time I'm going to be able to post some video clips of celebrations at BMO, given how unfortunately camera space is a little low. Time for me to get a new phone or storage space anyway. But fortunately, I don't know if I'll be able to do that this time unless I can. That would be great. And I'll probably see if I can figure out a way to do so. But if I can, great. If not, well, I'll just be talking about it and talking about my experiences there, like I always do when I go to this game. So, but with that said, Canada, it looks like this scenario favors a lot Canada than they do U.S., given how Canada doesn't really have to rely on other teams. But who knows? Both teams, the best case scenarios, fingers and toes crossed. I said crossed. Both case scenario, fingers and toes crossed. Canada and the USA qualify tomorrow, but if not, at least one team for sure will punch their ticket. And very, very rarely do I not see both teams punching their ticket. So either or both. But with that said, if you like this video, that does it for this one. I will see you tomorrow for both of the game breakdowns. If you like this video, make sure you like, share, subscribe, tell all your friends about it. Also, before you go, make sure you hit that bell notification. That way you know when a video is posted or uploaded. Since it's been a while since I've posted videos until recently. So if you want to help me get back on the recommended page for YouTube, for you and your subscribers, please make sure to do so, as well as just know for your own sake when a video is posted. But with that, yeah, tell your friends, history will be made tomorrow, either or.